Controversy surrounds Robert Baden Powell, and this has led to his statue in Pul-Harbor, Dorset, where the Scout movement was started, to be targeted by activists. Robert Baden Powell, born in London in 1857. As a young man, Baden Powell won a scholarship to Charterhouse School as a youngster. He gained an appreciation for the great outdoors, and enjoyed adventuring and learning new skills and crafts. After leaving school, Baden Powell joined the army, and came second in the entrance exam out of hundreds of applicants. After that he was commissioned into the 13th Hussars. He went on to become a lieutenant general in the British Army. Alongside traditional army drills, he trained his men with games and competitions. During the Boer War, his military career highlight was defending the town of Mafeking in South Africa, with only a few soldiers. Local boys carried messages, ran errands, and helped with first aid. When he returned to the UK, he decided to help give UK boys the training for the same kind of activities. In August 1907, he organised an experimental camp at Brownsea Island in Pul-Harbor, Dorset.
I'll say a word to you who are parents. We try to make these boys and girls into what we call the 3 H's. That is, happy, healthy, helpful citizens. And you will find if you send your boys and girls to the Scout or Guide movement, we help the schools. They teach them knowledge in order to succeed in their examinations and so on, and we teach them character so that they may succeed in life.
In 1908 he published a book called Scouting for Boys, full of his ideas about the benefits of such activities. This when scouting began, initially only for boys who were more than 10 years old. The Scouting for Boys Handbook was an instruction in good citizenship. It has been published in various editions since 1908. Early editions were illustrated by Robert Baden Powell. It was a manual for self-instruction in observation, tracking and woodcraft. It aimed at the development of self-discipline and self-improvement, as well as educating boys about the empire and duty as a citizen. It included anecdotes and Baden Powell's personal observations and recollections. The book was based on his boyhood experiences with the Mafeking Cadet Corps during the Second Boer War at the Siege of Mafeking, and on his experimental camp on Brownsea Island in England. Baden Powell retired from the army in 1910 to focus on the Scouts. However, his record in the army was not free from controversy. Documents, which were sold at auction in 2009, related to an inquiry into his conduct during the execution of an African leader of the 1896 Matabeleland Rebellion, and suggested Baden Powell ignored a pledge to spare the man's life. Tasked with protecting 3,000 farming settlers in what is now Zimbabwe, he came under attack from rebels hiding in caves. He was eventually cleared by the inquiry. When the papers were sold at the auction, auctioneer Chris Albury said the black and white certainty of British imperial justice and Baden Powell's boy's own sense of adventure was striking. He added that because the Uwini, the African leader, had surrendered, he was a prisoner of war, and Baden Powell should not have tried and executed prisoners of war. The character witness statements give a strong sense of the old school Thai network banding together and making Baden Powell a hero rather than a villain, he said. It is also known that Baden Powell also held friendly talks with Hartmann Lauterbach, chief of staff of the Hitler Youth, about forming closer ties with the organization, and was even invited to meet Adolf Hitler, according to MI5 files declassified in 2010. A handwritten note on the MI5 file states, Lauterbach's visit was a success, especially his interviews with Baden Powell leading to removal on bar on wearing uniforms in Germany for English groups. A handwritten note on the MI5 file states, Lauterbach's visit was a success, especially his interviews with Baden Powell, leading to removal on the bar on wearing uniforms in Germany for English groups. However, no evidence confirms that Baden Powell ever did meet with Hitler. Baden Powell died on the 8th of January 1941 aged 83, and is buried at St. Peter's Cemetery in Nyeri. The Kenyan government has declared Baden Powell's grave a national monument. His wife Olive moved back to England in 1942, although when she died in 1977, her ashes were sent to Kenya and interred beside her husband. His gravestone bears a circle with a dot in the center, which is the trail sign for going home, or I have gone home.